The West Wing. 23 years later. 1999 versus 2022. The West Wing is an American serial political drama television series created by Aaron Sorkin that was originally broadcast on NBC from September 22, 1999, to May 14, 2006. The series is set primarily in the West Wing of the White House, where the Oval Office and offices of presidential senior personnel are located, during the fictitious Democratic administration of President Josiah Bartlet. Next, we are going to review the characters of the TV series and how the actors who played them are now. But first, please subscribe, it's free and you help us a lot, thank you very much. Josiah Jed Bartlett, portrayed by Martin Sheen, is the President of the United States. An economist by training, he is a former congressman and governor from New Hampshire who unexpectedly won the Democratic Party nomination. He suffers from multiple sclerosis, a fact he initially hides from the electorate. Leo McGarry, portrayed by John Spencer, is Bartlett's close personal friend and chief of staff. Following a heart attack, he becomes counselor to the president, and later the Democratic candidate for vice president. He dies before assuming office. Josh Lyman, portrayed by Bradley Whitford, is the deputy chief of staff to Leo McGarry. Josh later leaves the White House to become the Santos for President campaign manager. When Santos is elected, Josh becomes White House chief of staff. Toby Ziegler, portrayed by Richard Schiff, is the communications director who wrote many of Bartlett's speeches, including both inaugural addresses and many State of the Union addresses. He is fired from the Bartlett administration during a leak investigation, though he is pardoned for his crimes at series' end. Sam Seaborn, portrayed by Rob Lowe, is the deputy communications director to Toby Ziegler. In his time at the White House, Sam is responsible for writing many of Bartlett's speeches. He departs the White House following the re-election of President Bartlet to run for Congress. C.J. Craig, portrayed by Allison Janney, is the press secretary. She succeeds Leo McGarry as chief of staff and departs the White House at the end of the Bartlett administration. Charlie Young, portrayed by Dulé Hill, is originally the personal aide to the president and later a deputy special assistant to the chief of staff. He was in a relationship with Zoe Bartlett. Donna Moss, portrayed by Janelle Maloney, is the senior assistant to Josh Lyman. She later departs to be a spokesperson for the Russell campaign and then the Santos campaign. Upon Santos's election, she becomes chief of staff to the First Lady. Abby Bartlett, portrayed by Stockard Channing, is the First Lady, Jed's wife, and a physician. Mandy Hampton, portrayed by Maura Kelly, is Josh Lyman's ex-girlfriend and a media consultant contracted by the Bartlett administration. She departs without explanation following the first season. Will Bailey, portrayed by Joshua Molina, is initially hired as a speechwriter and moves into the role of deputy communications director. He later becomes chief of staff to the vice president, Russell's campaign manager, and communications director. Kate Harper, portrayed by Mary McCormick, is the deputy national security advisor. Before the West Wing, she was in the Navy and CIA. Matt Santos, portrayed by Jimmy Smits, is a congressman from Texas who was convinced by Josh Lyman to run for president. He eventually wins the nomination and later the election. Arnold Vinnick, portrayed by Alan Alda, is a senator from California who becomes the Republican nominee for president. After his loss in the general election, he is appointed Secretary of State by President-elect Santos. Annabeth Schott, portrayed by Kristen Chenoweth, is Deputy Press Secretary and later works on the Santos campaign. At the series' end, she is appointed Press Secretary to the incoming First Lady. That's it for this video. Remember, please subscribe and like it. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.